Lesson 4, I'm going to go through how to write equations of lines, depending on whether you're given points or a slope or another line. So the first couple of slides go through what types of equations that you would have from point slope to slope intercept. You can go into the actual notes and copy these if you need to, or you can click pause real quick to do those. Here's the formula for slope. This is what will happen depending on what happens with the number when they get bigger, when they're negative and things like that. So you can go ahead and take a look at those. I'm going to actually, in the video portion, just go through how to do the equations themselves. You can look at the other notes to actually get the equations if you need them, and I'll talk a little bit about them in here as we go through. All right, find the equation of the line through those 2 points, and then I want your answer in slope-intercept form. So the first thing you're going to do is start off by actually finding the slope. So this point here will be x1, y1, and this will be x2, y2. So slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So that would be 10 over negative 7. Okay, don't make that a decimal. Just leave that in the form that it's in. Okay, and then I'm going to use point slope form. And then I'll transfer it into slope intercept form. It's just easy. You have the slope right here. We just found it, and you have 2 different points. You just need to pick one of the 2. It doesn't matter which one you pick. You'll end up with the same answer. Pick the one with the smaller numbers. And then I will transfer it into slope intercept again as y is equal to mx plus b is what we would have for that. Okay. So on this, I'm going to use this point. So I would have y minus negative 3. So y plus 3 is equal to the slope, negative 10 sevenths, x minus the x coordinate. So that would be 2. And take the 10 sevenths, distribute it in, and move the 3 to the other side, and I'll have my y equals mx plus b form. And when you multiply negative 10 sevenths times negative 2, that would be positive 20 over 7. Think of it as 2 over 1. And then I'll take and subtract 3 from both sides. So 3 would be 21 over 7. So then I will have negative 10 sevenths minus 1 seventh. There's my equation. All right, next one. Find the equation of the line that contains the point 1,4 and has a slope of that. So again, I'm going to use this form. So the big thing is people plug in x and y wrong. Make sure you plug in the 1 for x and the 4 for y. Get the marker back on. And then it's just a matter of simplifying from there. Add 4 to both sides, so that would be adding 8 over 2. Okay, there's the first one. Same point again, different slope now. You're multiplying negative 3/5 times negative 1, so that's why that's a plus. Add the 4 to the other side, so that would be adding 20 over 5. You can use your calculator to do those things. I'm just doing them in my head. So 20 over 5 and 3 over 5 would give you 23 over 5. Don't take and make those things decimals. Just leave them as fractions. It makes it simpler. Okay, when you have horizontal and vertical lines, x equals -2, you would go over to an x-coordinate of -2, and you would draw the line vertically. The reason is all the points along here are going to have an x-coordinate of -2. So this would be -2, 0, -2, 1, -2, 2, -2, 3, and so on. Vertical lines have an undefined slope. Because if you were to pick 2 points on this, so let's use this one here, that is -2, 3, and let's use -2, 1. If you do the slope for that, you get 0 in the denominator. So that makes it undefined. All right, so vertical lines, undefined slope. Horizontal lines, on the other hand, which would be y is equal to. So here, x equals is vertical, y equals horizontal, and the slope of horizontal lines is 0. And again, the reason on that, if I pick 2 points along here, so let's say I pick this one, which would be at 0, -2, and let's say I pick this one here, which would be, let's say, -3, -2. I would have -2 minus -2 over 3 minus 0. I would get 0 over 3. You can have 0 in the numerator, but not in the denominator. So that's why this one is 0. This one is undefined. That is a big deal. Make sure that you got that one down. Ask me questions on that if that's not clear. All right. Equation of a horizontal line containing the point -4, -1. So horizontal going this way. So just like we did in the last one, horizontal lines will be y is equal to. You would think that it would be x is equal to because it goes the same way as the x-axis, but all of the y coordinates along that line are the same, and all the y coordinates go along with the y coordinate right there. So when we do a vertical line, vertical lines are x is equal to, and you use the x coordinate of your point. So that'd be x is equal to -4. All right, so that's lesson 4. Let me know if you have any questions.